And so we got to the party, and I'm playing like all the shit my friends want to hear, like the cool hip hop, the old school hip hop. At the time, Lil Jon was Hot Sierra, and Lil Jon's a friend of everybody's now. Shout out to him. But I think I don't think I made a sign that said, "We ain't playing that Lil Jon shit here," like a big poster, you know.
Wake it up, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Marckie P Show. We have a fun one today. We're shooting one on an off day.
Yeah.
Dainjazone is here. My man Joseph Hample. Welcome.
Thank you. I'm excited to be here. I've seen some shows. I think you're hilarious.
Thanks, man.
I think you've had some awesome guests. There are a few things I would like to confirm.
Oh boy.
That Jay Night Ride talked about.
I'm nervous.
Yeah, we can get into it as we go because it lines up with some of the questions, but I am here to confirm what he says.
Okay. Okay. I love it, man. Well, welcome back, dude.
Yeah, man. I love coming to Boston. Let me say all this. The hospitality is unreal. The love I get, especially coming all the way from LA, like you guys have your pick of the litter of talented DJs, and everyone wants to DJ here. And it's like, still, we're gonna grab this guy 5.5 hour away, on a flight.
Yeah.
And continue to bring him back. So it's awesome. Unreal.
That speaks to like you're good at what you do, man.
Yeah, I'm doing something right.
You bring people in, your sets are fun. Like,
yeah.
You're a fun guy. So it's like it's very easy for a company to book you because you bring heat.
Well, thank you. It's like, and because I toured with the group, LMFAO, I know what it's like to have that super A-list hospitality. And then because I'm just a top 40 DJ, I know what it's like to not have it. And you're just like the guy that, hey, grab an Uber, grab your own dinner, but every time I come out, it's just like, there's always someone ready to walk you around. There's always someone taking you out, or even if the hotel's across the street, someone will wrap around and walk you over to the Envoy, then walk back over. Yeah.
Yeah. It speaks to the level of respect that I think you should have for the people that you book and the people that you work with, right? Yeah. Like you want to treat, and I've said this a ton, when an artist comes to the city and they get me or whatever, like I'm your friend for the day, right? Like my job is to make sure you're comfortable, you're safe, you get whatever you need from start to finish. Hurley picked up your coffee today.
Yeah. Thank you again, Hurley.
Shout out to Hurley. Hurley's in the building. We love Hurley. So it's like, it's one of those things where it's, you're treated as a family member. Like you're treated as nothing.
I really do feel like I'm the adopted kid from the other side of the country.
I think you are. You are. You are. It's yeah, man. It's if other places aren't doing that,
most aren't.
They're wrong.
Most aren't. Like Tao Group does a phenomenal job. I know Randy has the utmost respect for them. And a lot of guys like top 40 DJs, they just don't get to experience this. So and I. On our podcast, we're mostly focused for DJs, we try and express like there's a bigger world out there. You got to grind your ass off to get there, but like once you see it, you'll be like, oh, I'm here, or I get it now. I get what they were talking about, or I get what it feels like to be Brody Jenner, or whatever, because you get taken care of.
Agreed. And that's how it should be, man. I like to treat every single artist or celebrity or whoever, no matter whether they're a local opener or a big night opener or the headline DJ, everybody gets the same energy from me, right? And that's how it should be for everywhere you go. Like, absolutely. Does that factor in when you see your calendar book up and you go, damn it, I have to go to this place? You don't have to name names, but do you look at your calendar and go, I don't really have the best hospitality in X state or city?
I think the mentality is you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
Whether it's paying bills or whether it's just whatever. I got to go DJ. I got to do this. So I don't like. I think I'm pretty good at mentally blocking out the stuff that'll make me sound like and feel like a brat.
Right.
And whether you got to do it the long way or you get the opportunity to expedite it and do it the short way. I just think the mentality is you got to do what you got to do. My friend retired from DJing. He had a song that got some commercial traction on some movie trailers, and he just made over $1 million and retired. And then after retiring, he's like, man, stepping away from it, like, how do you continue to want to travel? Because that's what I was doing. Now that I'm not doing it, I feel relieved. And I said, honestly, dude, the mentality is I got to do what I got to do until like the universe taps me on the shoulder and says, hey, we're not doing that anymore.
Yeah.
We're going to go this route.
Agreed.
I know that feeling because that's just been the evolution of my DJ career. It's just,
right.
You're going to start out doing these local shows. Okay, we're done with that. Now you're going to travel with LMFAO. You're done with that. Now you're going to
travel on your own.
Do your own thing.
Club gigs.
And now you're going out to Boston and Shrine and Connecticut.
Yeah.
And Vegas every once in a while.
Yeah. What is something that you look forward to besides playing the clubs when you come to Boston?
Eating.
I
mean, lobster rolls in LA, they're like, they're out there.
Right.
It's cute. It's fun. You get lobster trucks.
Lobster rolls in LA. Those are cute.
Yeah.
Welcome to the
don't get me
big
wrong.
leagues.
I'll eat damn near anything that's put in front of me. So I'm just like, as long as I'm more into the fuel of something, like whether it's caffeine or food. Like I don't necessarily care what it tastes like. If it's boring broccoli, I know it's one of the best things for me.
Right.
So it's the right fuel. Like I'll eat it, But no, the food out here, and every time I come out here, I'm always with like friends that I've made out here, like Vinny Murphy. Shout out to him.
Yep.
He'll take me around, and my buddy Nick, who we celebrated his birthday last night.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday again, Nick.
I heard you guys had a little turn up last night at Memoir.
It was my best night in Boston. Probably it has to be a top 5 in my DJ career.
Love
just
that.
The energy. I think my set was a little sloppy, but I was just having so much fun. I kind of didn't care. Like as long as the programming is fine, like this was like so I've probably done like 5 or 6 gigs since we've been back.
Yeah.
And they've been fun, but this was like Memoir's another level compared to most
It's a different level
clubs.
club, yeah.
All the big night properties are just another level. So this was like the first time being back, just
right.
like full balls to the wall going. And like I think we had more than like half the table sold on the floor because it was Nick's birthday and Vinny's birthday, and just people were ready.
People everywhere, ready to rip it.
It was unreal, and I've never experienced that out here.
Have you noticed that, you were just saying that you knew that your DJ set was a little sloppy?
Yeah.
99.1% of people in the crowd have no idea at all that that's happening, right? It's only you. So like you're thinking in your head, oh man, it could be better. And they're like, I'm having the time of my life. Like, you know what I mean? You're like, well, this transition.
And that's what it was. There was like a few transitions. I'm like, whatever, they don't care.
Yeah, like they don't give a
nobody
shit. Gives a shit.
As long as I'm playing their song, like, I don't care.
Right. How was your year? You said you were just back to DJing after so long off.
It was all about producing. The 15 months, whatever it was. It was all about producing. I was trying to produce trap and go that route. Before that, I had an alias called Dainjazone, and I was still pretty new to producing, but I just wanted to make hard bass sounds and synths and all that. And then it's funny thing is, like Big Nice plays such a big influence on what I'm doing. When Randy started booking me, so he saw me at the Grand a few times and good enough to get me to, not the Grand, Shrine.
Yeah.
And he's like, I got to bring you out to Boston and do my other big venue. And I always saw Grand as like Tiesto, J. Cole. And it's like, man, it would be great DJ there, but no way. Like they got the best of the best, whatever. So
Grand brings some heat.
Yeah. So when I started doing the Grand, I'm like, shit, I need to like turn up my marketing, my everything. Cause I don't want to be the bummy looking guy with the bummy looking Instagram where anything goes.
Right.
Cause after a while I started treating my Instagram like an EPK.
Okay.
So I don't just post everything. It's like if I'm a club promoter, booker, whatever, and I see this Dainjazone guy's Instagram, I want it to like just be popping with the right bookings and real clean and everything else can go on the story. It comes in and goes, right?
Yeah.
So
hard posts matter so much more than the story.
Yeah.
For sure.
Longevity. Yeah. So back to your question, when I started doing the Grand, it's like, all right, production-wise, I need whatever I'm producing has to fit the Grand, Tao Group, Dare in Florida, or AC at the time when it was open, because I just got a residency with them before COVID, and then they shut down. But everything just had to fit and make sense. So it was like, all right, let's create fun, up-tempo vibes. So I switched up my production. So long story longer, throughout COVID, it was just all about getting that up-tempo sound down. So a ton of remixes.
Right.
And I just released a song, now, 15, 16 months later. I got an opportunity to release a song on Sac Noel's Barnaton label.
Yep.
And it's a respectable label. Like Diplo pulls from it. If you know house music or just Latin music, you know Barnaton because of Sac Noel. So that's probably been one of the most exciting points of the year for me.
Yep.
Was releasing on his label, and I think that I guess verified me to some degree, like, because no one really, I don't know how serious DJs took my production,
right?
Because I really haven't had any like house production in the past.
Yeah,
and that's something that builds and people need to gain confidence in.
Yeah, for sure.
So by releasing on his label, I guess it validated me is what I'm trying to say. So I think more DJs and producers, if they didn't know me, they know me. If they didn't take me serious, maybe they take me serious now.
Yeah.
And it was one of is different. He's 90% of his followers are Latin, and everything he's released on that label is Latin.
Right.
So I was going in the first one to put some sort of like dark, ratchet, deep house,
right,
vibe, and he said he loved it, and that's why he wanted to start switching things up. So I'm the first to go, and whatever comes. I was ready to get my head chopped off by these Latin kids, but the response was good, the feedback was good. So
that's good, man. Congrats on that release as well. I can't wait to hear it.
Yeah,
I have yet to listen. I'll be honest, but I can't wait to absolutely smash it. Maybe we'll use it for this video.
That'd be sick.
Can you clear it for us?
Absolutely. Let me talk to my manager.
Yeah, get him on the phone. So over the course of pandemic, you also got married.
I did.
You did.
I did.
How's married life treating you?
I don't know if it's because
your wife is gonna listen to this.
Absolutely.
So you better be careful.
I don't know if it's because we're still in the honeymoon phase. I'm sure a lot of men that have been married for years will tell me I'm in the honeymoon phase, but it just like. So I've been with Sam for shout out my wife Sam. I've been with her for like 10 years.
Okay.
And we've over the years we've grown and just got it together, and we're talking about using the office as points of fun.
Yep.
So we have a lot of fun with each other. And I told her, now that we're married, we're gonna be doing everything the same. We're just the title's different. And when you think about that title, that's my wife.
Right.
It makes me smile.
Deep. Yeah, you got a big old smile.
It's a different ball game when you can say that's my wife. That's not my girl. Like that's my wife.
Yeah,
and it's
good point.
super super cool.
You're glowing.
Am I?
Yeah, you are glowing.
I've been doing the Novo skin treatment.
No, it's the wife. It's the wife. It's the wife.
Maybe I should say her wife more. Yeah. My skin will glow more.
That's it.
Middle
of your DJ set, just be like, that's my wife. He's like, whoa. Just glow.
This aura.
Just a light just flies down.
So I think it's incredibly dope. We're having a lot of fun, and she's way more comfortable and more trusting and all that, because you know what it's like in this business. You can have the best, you can be with the best person in the world, and because our business, girls are in our ear. There's traveling. It just doesn't
bottle service
good.
Girls.
There's bottle service girls. Someone waves and smiles. Like there were girls on each side of the table, in their tables, leaned over and just staring at me.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking like, this has to make her feel uncomfortable.
It has to.
But she like didn't mention it. She was fine. But I can imagine if she didn't have that wife title and she didn't have that confidence, she would be like, "Who are these bitches?"
Yeah, I think dating somebody that works in this industry is very tough.
And
right?
It is. And she started out as a go-go. She went and went to USC, got her master's, is a social worker now, so she's more or less retired from that world. But she kind of got it.
She gets it.
Yeah.
That's the thing, man. I've had this conversation with my friends before. It's like, it's really hard to date people that are not in this industry in some capacity, right? Because you understand what I do, you know what I mean? Like the bottle service girl or the bartender or whoever understands that you're there for a job. You're there to DJ. I'm there to look after you. I'm not really there to flirt with girls. It's just the aura of there's girls everywhere.
Yeah, and even in regards to talking to girls, like I was just talking to someone about when you have a new song and these hot girls, whether bottle girls or just girls that hang out with artists or just hang out with bottle poppers, they like your song. you kind of like, you got to be really cool with them because that girl will probably end up hanging out with Skrillex and saying, have you heard this Dainjazone guy? He's got this new single called Mood. It's fire, you know, and then Skrillex will listen to it because he wants to hook up with his girl, and then he may say, oh, this is actually kind of cool.
This is fire, right?
What's his contact? You know, like stories like that happen all the time. So you got to be super cool with these girls, but also you got to be professional.
Be professional, right?
And you know, usually now that I got the ring, I can flash the ring, and I'll go, "Oh man, that's crazy."
Do you play Beyonce? Do you just play Beyonce? Play just every time, just chuck your hand in there. You're
anytime I feel like there's a moment of girls just wanting to hit on me, and just stop.
She put a ring on it. She put a ring on it. That's awesome, man. Congratulations on that. You had a performance at your wedding. I was watching I think it was your story or like a post you put up.
Yeah.
You want to talk a little bit about that performance?
Yeah. So I invited a bunch of people to a wedding, obviously, and Red Food was on that list, and he didn't respond. I wasn't gonna bug him, and then I just said, you know what? Let me double check because some people haven't responded, and I know they would come.
Right.
But
lost in the email.
Yeah, and I know he gets a bunch of shit, so he's just like, I'm pretty sure he overlooked it. So he's like, oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah, okay, I'll come. You know, put me down. Blah blah blah. So I wasn't expecting him to do anything. I just invited him out to have a good time. And his date came up and said, hey, we're leaving. This is at the wedding. I was like, oh, I haven't talked to him all night. Let me go and catch up because we don't talk as much now.
Right.
So we caught up talking about stocks, and he's coding apps, and he's a nerd at heart. So we talked a lot about that stuff. Doesn't care to do music anymore, blah, blah, blah. And I'm talking for like 10 minutes, and then the DJ, one of the dancers, his wife, like old party rock dancers, his fiance went and requested Party Rock Anthem.
Oh yeah, I love that.
I wasn't gonna ask. I wasn't gonna expect him to do anything. I thought if someone does play it, he'll play along, do the song, and then peace out.
Right.
So we went out there. He knew what to do. He grabbed the mic. We're getting into it. And I never shuffled.
Right.
That was my first time shuffling because it was my wedding and everything is just up.
Sometimes you just got to get after it.
That turned into like a 6-minute medley of shots. Sexy and I Know It, one of his singles that he did, a solo.
Yeah.
And I think a few, I'm in Miami, bitch.
He did a whole set.
He did. Yeah. It was what he did is what we would do at Marckie Tao, like anywhere we would pop up. And I mean, my voice was hoarse, and I was like, I told him after like 6 minutes, right when they started shots, I told the DJ, yo, last song.
That's
like
it.
This dude looks like he's dying out. He hasn't performed in 2 years. His voice is hoarse. Like, so, but, and again, I didn't ask for all that, but he was dope enough to do that. And I think he already planned, like, he's a smart dude. He's like, all right, they're probably going to play my songs.
Yeah.
Just prepare yourself to.
Right.
And my family and Sam's family, they're especially Sam's family, they're not used to being around like artists and celebs like that.
Right.
So everyone was just like, hey, everyone wanted to talk to him. What is happening?
This is great. Yeah.
You know, you've been, DJing for my cousin or my cousin's been working with you forever. I never talked to you. But he said everyone was super cool and it wasn't like anything awkward.
I love that.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
He's the man. He's one of the nicest dudes I've ever worked with and met. Just extremely generous.
The video was electric. It looked so much fun. It's like it was literally like a circle.
Yeah, it's like 30 of us
shuffling.
It's 30 of us. Everyone has their phone out and dancing.
It was so good.
And he was just like, man, it felt so good to perform for people that just like love you and just want it and encouraging you to keep going. And
I love that, man. That video was great. So congrats to you and your wife again, man.
Thank you.
So we're gonna hop in some early life for you. Baseball player, D1, New Mexico State University.
Listen, Boston, I will have you know, Dustin Pedroia still hasn't got a hit off me.
No.
As he's had this lavishing, awesome career in the MLB.
And you've just been striking him out forever.
Still, no, I played against him when I went to New Mexico State. He played for Arizona State.
ASU.
Yeah, and he went 0 for 1 off me with the fielder's choice, but dude was unreal in college.
Yeah.
He put on a show.
They call him the laser show for a reason.
Dude, and he's just a ball of confidence and cockiness, and he was the man in college, and obviously the man for Boston.
I mean, he was the laser. I had the laser show T-shirt. I was like, If you weren't locked in on Dustin Pedroia as a Red Sox fan, you were not a Red Sox fan.
And some people still don't understand, like, this dude's short.
Yeah, he's like 5'1".
Balling out.
5'1", just balling.
He was Altuve before there was Altuve.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah,
he created this generation of second base maniacs that just wanted to be Dustin Pedroia, and I mean, here we are today. Who else did you play against? Who else have you mowed down?
You know,
essentially?
I think my track record against MLB players is actually really good.
I love
but
that.
with the average guys, I just struggled with that.
Average guys just hitting dingers off you.
Yeah, I showed up for the big names. No, I played against Ryan Braun in high school. 0 for 3 for the record.
Ryan Braun went 0 for 3?
Yeah. He was the man in high school, but he's also a year younger. So
what was the pitch of choice?
In high school, I didn't have my slider, but I developed my slider in junior college, and it was pro level.
It was just
like
absolutely laser.
The movement was crazy, and I didn't have my fastball was like mid to low 80s, but on a great day, which didn't come around often for it's rare pitchers have their best stuff.
Yeah,
you know? But when I had my best stuff, it would be like, at least in high school, it would be like 85 with late jumps. So no, 87. So if it was like 87, it would look like 90 because I don't know how it happens because Mark Pryor had the same thing, but it just takes off right before it gets to the batter, so they have less time to react. Something in the mechanics. I don't know.
I feel like I know what it is, and it'll come to me. It's gonna be like at the very end of the show, I'm gonna be like, hey, I remember exactly what it was.
Yeah, yeah, but yeah. So I think Jacoby Ellsbury, he went like 2 for 3 off me at Oregon State. But no, man, college baseball was one of the biggest challenges of my life because
that's D1.
It's D1. New Mexico State, we led the nation in home runs 2 years in a row. For the record, the ball flies out there, but still, these guys were trained to just hit home runs. We would go to other fields and hit home runs. Like, it didn't matter.
Right.
We just weren't as talented as your Arizona States and your Oregon States.
Nobody's hitting line drives there. They're hitting dingers.
Dingers, yeah. Fly balls turn into home runs. But yeah, it was the most challenging thing I had to do. Like, just to put it in perspective, we played against Air Force, my first start of my D1 career. First batter hits a home run off me. Air Force is the worst team in the country. Oh, no. And the leadoff guy hits a home run off me. So it's like, all right, well, you got your work cut out for you.
Yeah, this is going to be fun.
Yeah. But yeah, for me, it was just the biggest mental challenge, I'd say. When I had it gathered and I trusted myself, like if I wasn't throwing 87, I would panic and just the ball would be everywhere.
Everywhere, yeah.
But once I learned to just say, hey, if you're only got 79 in you, just hit your spots and trust.
Right.
You still got the late life. You still got the slider.
Right.
You're off pitches. But yeah, that helped me in my DJ career, like that mental challenge, that lesson.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
a lot of athletes, a lot of people that have played sports have said that going from the pressure of playing high level sports to going into music and DJing it's helped them. It's put them, because they've already felt the pressure. You know what I mean? Like the pressure has already been applied.
Yeah.
It's a different pressure, but at the same time, you're able to manage it because you've already done this.
DJing is a walk in the park compared to college baseball,
yeah, I mean,
especially as a pitcher.
I played sports too. I mean, like I didn't play D1 baseball, but I was a solid athlete.
But you get it.
I get it. Like I used to say, where would I find my adrenaline when sports was done for me? I would go, where do I find my adrenaline rush?
Yeah.
Because running onto the field or, taking a snap at quarterback, there's nothing better. Like there's no more adrenaline inducing thing than playing a sport, unless you're going to jump out of a fucking plane, which I'm not doing. So it's like when that was over for me, I go, where do I find this adrenaline rush?
Yeah.
And working with artists and then walking on stage or like going to a nightclub and working with you and seeing that you just made 1,000 people happy.
Yeah.
That's an adrenaline rush. You know what I mean? Or playing in front of 10, 15,000 people.
Yeah.
You walk on stage and you look out and you're just like, all right, let's do this thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the veins are pumping. You're ready to rip it.
I think overall, the biggest lesson I learned was just to check my ego. Because going into my senior year of college, I had the biggest scholarship on the team. And to have a full baseball scholarship is kind of unheard of.
Yeah, that's tough.
It's 11.8 scholarships they can give out to 25 players. You got to divvy that up.
Right.
I didn't have a full. I think it was 90%. But I'm thinking I'm the man on this team. Clearly, they think highly of me. and I wanted to start. I wanted to do all these things, and I didn't, and I was pissed off throughout most of the season.
Right.
And I just had to deal with it. And then I all right, well, I was an asshole for my whole senior year. Is my last year playing. Like, that wasn't fun. Like, so it's all right, moving forward, we're not going to be this guy. Because as DJs, whatever, we're getting paid, whatever, 500 to whatever, thousands. Even if you're getting paid 300, you're like, you can have the biggest egos. Like, dude, chill. Like, you're $300 DJ. Yeah. You're not Alesso. You're not Tiesto.
Right.
Like, chill out. But I learned to, because of baseball, I learned to check myself and just be a little more humble and appreciative, and just trust that, that's the biggest thing, was trusting things will work out.
Right.
You're going to get to Vegas. You're going to get to the Grand. You're going to do all these big venues. You just have to trust the process. With baseball, I was like, no, I'm the man.
I am the process.
Give me the ball.
Right.
I should be the Saturday starter.
Agreed.
Yeah. It was good. It was fun, though.
Well, did you have any superstitions?
I tried to do that. Like, I would read about these guys in Baseball America, big magazine for that community, and they had all these routines and things, and I didn't, I tried, but I'm just like, it doesn't feel real. It doesn't like I know when there's a no-hitter, you're not supposed to say anything.
Yeah, you don't talk to the pitcher.
You don't. You just let them stay in a zone. I know some guys didn't wash their socks for the week or didn't shave or didn't have sex or whatever.
Weird.
Yeah, I
was doing all of that.
You were doing all that? To me, the best thing I could do was, on a day I was starting, was wake up and just go about a normal daily, clean your room, make some food.
Regular routine.
Don't think about the game. Don't because they say you got to get locked in early. It's like, no, dude, just the best thing you do is not add that added pressure on you, because when it's time to show up, you'll lock in.
Yeah.
You'll snap into it. But before, I would try to be like, no, I need to get in my zone. I need to sit by my son. I need to do this, this, and this. And then I would suck.
Yeah.
But when I did the opposite of that, I was fine.
Right.
And I pitched better.
Yeah, that's. I used to put my uniform on the same way every single time.
Right. Left sleeve.
Left.
Right. Tie your shoes.
Tie
right
your shoes.
shoe,
Right sock.
legs. Yeah.
It was bad.
No,
that was the only thing I had, though. I wasn't touching, doing the Nomar thing with all the fucking batting gloves. That dude that was a routine.
Yeah.
It used to take him 10 minutes to get to the one pitch.
Yeah, I remember. He played for the Dodgers too, so we used to watch that all the time.
Oh my god! I love Nomar, but that routine was long, bro.
Crazy.
That dragged the game on for an extra 30 minutes.
Yep.
Let's hop into your DJ career.
Yeah.
You've been DJing for quite some time.
Yeah.
10 years, you said?
Over 10. I think
over 10?
2006, so it's 15 years, I think.
Right, yeah, a little over 15.
Yeah.
What has been some of the highs and some of the lows of being a DJ?
The highs is DJing with LMFAO, and also it's that getting my solo career going, which has been more recent, and really grabbing the bull's horns on that. With that, the lows was post LMFAO, because you're the man, you're with the group that's the biggest group in the world, and you're untouchable. You can do whatever you want and get away with whatever you want. And then when that trend dies out and no one cares if you're a party rock DJ or wants that because everything is hip hop now or whatever, it got dark.
Right.
And thank God I don't drink or do drugs or do anything like that. But I had to reroute, re-examine, had to do all that, take a step back, because I was getting the lower bookings. I just had to get whatever I could get.
Right.
And I had to adjust. And on top of that, I just bought a house off the LMFAO money.
Right.
And who would have known we're not doing anything anymore, or the shows would slow up, because as far as I know, Red Foo always had songs ready to go.
Yeah. So
that was a little dark for me. Definitely the biggest lows was just post LMFAO, nobody cares about you. There's on top of that, there's new bookers, there's new promoters.
Yeah.
They want their guys, the fresh crop. They don't care about you and what you did.
Right.
If anything, that's gonna hurt you. You don't even say you're Party Rock or LMFAO.
Wow.
Now I think it's okay, because people miss that sound.
Yeah.
And it's coming back.
And those songs get played by everyone.
Yeah.
It's
They're
just
in
a
stadiums.
thing.
You can't go to, at least in LA, you can't go to a Laker Clipper game or Dodger game without hearing Party Rock anthem.
It's still here. It's everywhere. I'm sure it's still getting radio plays.
Yeah.
I
don't doubt it.
That song, it just was gigantic.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was your first ever show? Like your first ever, wow, I'm actually DJing. Yeah. I hope this doesn't suck.
When New Mexico State, the baseball team used to throw some of the best parties, and I decided I want to be a DJ.
Baseball players know how to throw parties.
They're the funniest guys, and they know how to throw parties.
Hockey parties and baseball parties.
I've never been to a hockey party, but I believe it.
Fucking wild. People go through tables at those, man. Like
I believe
baseball players like girls, hockey players like girls, but also like putting each other through tables.
Baseball players had the hottest girlfriends that I see.
Baseball players always have the hottest girlfriends.
Yeah,
and it's incredible because I'm a baseball player. Anybody wants to know, I'm a baseball player
now. Yeah. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna decide. I want to be a DJ. I'm gonna buy the CD Newmark mixer. And so we got to the party, and I'm playing like all the shit my friends want to hear, like the cool hip hop, the old school hip hop. At the time, Lil Jon was Hot Sierra, and Lil Jon's a friend of everybody's now. Shout out to him. But I think I made a sign that said, "We ain't playing that Lil Jon shit here," like a big poster, you know.
Oh no!
And the party was popping, just like it was a 2-story house. It was just, and where I was DJing was set up on the balcony, like overlooking the living room. It was incredible. The party was unreal. And then end of the night, police come and clearing things out. And a couple guys are sitting on the couch. And he's like, and this guy's like, yo, he says something about the posters. Like, yo, fuck you if you don't like Lil Jon. I was like, all right. He's like, yo, man, like he wanted to fight me. He kept talking shit. And I looked down. I'm like, oh, God damn it. I've heard about this guy who, at my college, who was the backup to the Olympic boxer representing America.
Oh, that's good.
And I've heard about him. Like all the football players were scared of him or respected him, one or the other.
Oh boy!
Like, and he's a local guy, but he's a backup Olympian, and his name is Austin Trout. If you guys know boxing,
I know Austin Trout.
You've heard he was like one fight away from Mayweather, right? Like he lost to Canelo. And I'm like, oh my God, that's Austin Trout. Oh, like, and I know he's got young and got a lot of energy, and he's just looking to fight.
Yeah,
he don't care. Yeah. He just wants to fight. He needs to practice, right?
He's gonna practice on you.
I'm just like, I saw him, like, I realized, like, nope, know your role. Just shut up. Continue to get your shit together. Cops are here. You'll be right. Then my friend's like, hey, fuck you, man. Fuck you.
Oh no.
I'm like, Perk, chill. Like that dude's an assassin. Like you don't want to dance with him. Fuck you. I'm just like, oh,
he has potential to win a gold medal and knock you out cold right here.
Yeah, like, oh yeah, that was my first gig. So it was fun and scary at the same time.
What's been one of your more memorable? Like, what one do you look back and it's like, that is the biggest thing I've ever done?
Probably. So when LMFAO, when we did the Sorry for Party Rockin' tour, we did arena shows, and we sold out damn near every arena. And that was really cool because I grew up watching basketball and watching all these arenas.
Right.
So it's kind of like I was performing in the arenas I wanted to play in.
Yeah.
But Staples Center was
yeah, that's like home. That's home for you.
Home court, like just a bunch of LA boys. LMFAO grew up in Pacific Palisades / Bel Air. I'm local, and I think all our dancers are either LA or greater LA. So it was just like homecoming. Look what your kids have done. Look what your guys have done.
Right.
Like, we took over. We did it.
Right.
And we're here to celebrate with you. So, playing that first beat, that first sound, just like.
Right. Just everybody screaming.
Oh, my God. That feeling, that was probably the best. Like, if you could end the movie right there.
Yeah.
That would be it.
That would be it. That's Project X.
That's it. Just like end it right there, credits.
Dude, that's cool. I mean, performing inside of arenas is so different than performing inside of like a small nightclub. What do you prefer more? Do you prefer that 15, 20,000 person arena, or do you prefer, say, smaller?
If the arena knows your music, I would prefer that, because I've been on the other side where we opened up for Madonna in Hyde Park in London, and they didn't know a freaking song until Party Rock Anthem, and that's like an hour set, and they're looking at us like, I don't get it. Like, what is this? All this noise.
And then that comes on.
Dun, 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 dun. Oh, you're those guys.
Oh, no.
Like, even Shots. They didn't know Shots. And the funny thing is, with Shots, everybody. So Redfoo took the vocals out because it's guaranteed people are going to sing.
Right.
So shots. Then you get to everybody. There's no vocals, and it's quiet. And then
no.
Food
Crickets.
And Food comes back and is like, why did you kill it? Like, he's pissed off, and he's probably pissed off because no one knows his songs out here. And I'm just like, you set it up that way. You made the song. You killed it. And then he's like, oh, okay. Then he went back to the show. I was like, motherfucker, come at me.
This was on you, bro.
Yeah. But no, if everyone knows your song, Arenas, but there is something special about the intimacy. Like when we would do Marquee versus something big like Excess. Marquee's a smaller room.
Yeah.
The intimacy of that was way better than any other like situation you can be in. Especially if they know your songs. When you have singles and hits, it's different than just being a regular DJ and just DJing for a crowd.
Yeah, that's true. How did you get looped into being the touring DJ for LMFAO?
Long story short, a friend introduced me to the manager. Shout out to Mickey War. I've known about this manager. This manager knew about me. I went to high school with his baby mama. I've been trying to meet him forever. We were at Live. He said, yo, that's Ian. So Mickey introduced us because he knew Ian from something. And then Ian just wanted to take care of me and looked out for me, put me on as a party rock DJ. We had a bunch of DJs.
Yep.
LMFAO tour DJ breaks his leg in Russia. They need someone to fill the void. And they picked me up, and I was there for 6 years or however long we lasted.
Can you imagine?
Yeah.
Can you imagine thinking back, I'm going to go fill a couple dates.
Yeah. That's the thing. I was only supposed to be there for a year and a half because Air, the previous DJ, was supposed to come back, and he disappeared. And I honestly think, we never talked about it. I'm still cool with him, but I honestly think that tour life eats you up.
It does.
It kills you inside. You start drinking more, you don't sleep. And I ultimately think he was over it because he had been the tour DJ since 2008 or 9 or whatever.
Right.
Shows nonstop. And I ultimately think he was just happy to be home and just wanted to be burned out. And again, I don't drink, so it's if anything, I'm just tired.
Right.
So and I rolled with it. So
right.
Yeah, I stayed much longer than I was supposed to.
I mean, good for you though.
Yeah, it worked out.
It worked out well. What was your day-to-day like traveling?
It was painful, to be honest with you. It was and I'm here to confirm Jay's no sleep comment. You land in a country in late afternoon, early evening. You go straight to sound check. That can take up to 2 hours because the club doesn't or the festival doesn't have their shit together. Then you go back, put your stuff in the room. You might have time for a 30-minute nap.
A disco nap?
Yeah, a disco nap. Then you go eat. That takes a few hours. And then you go to the show. You're there for 3-4 hours. You do the show, and then you go straight to a plane. You go pick your shit up at the hotel. And that wasn't for a summer, for 12 weeks, I believe. No, it was 8 to 12 weeks. That was it every day, sometimes 2 times a day. One time it was 3 countries in one day.
That was an Aoki thing too. He's been doing that for forever.
And my eyes were, they burned, literally.
Yeah.
We drink water and we feel good. I felt why water is the best thing for you. I can feel it going through my body, replenishing me, and just, and it was I felt the thirst just go away. And I never feel that when I drink water.
Right.
But it was fun, but it was incredibly painful on the body. It was taxing because you have to sleep on planes. Like Jay said, you get used to sleeping on planes. And even when we would have an off day, I think we had 3 days off in the 8 weeks we were in Europe, and they weren't near each other. And even that off day, you sleep in a bed, and it's just it's not enough. 24-hour off, not enough.
Yeah, your body isn't fully going to recover anyway because you've just destroyed it for 4 weeks straight. And
not that it's a competition, but I'll see DJs talk about, 2 days, the whole week, and I'm burned out, or 3 days straight of bookings. And I'm just bro, I get it. We all got to market and cater to our fans, let them know we're killing it, but don't talk to me about hurting. Don't talk to me about hurting.
Yeah. Jay Night Ride.
Shit like this makes people quit.
Yeah, legitimately. Yeah, I mean, that's a long time, man. And Jay Night Ride was saying, Steve Aoki's the most traveled DJ in the world.
Yeah.
And how he survives by, not drinking, eats healthy, takes care of himself, and his whole crew, really the same thing. But much like you, man, on a day off, 24 hours is not enough.
No.
I've seen Jay walk into a nightclub, and I've known Jay for a long time. I've seen him walk into a nightclub and been like, yeah, Jay is hurting. Jay is hurting. It's just part of. I mean, it's part of the business. Unfortunately,
at that time I was single, so we never had an issue getting girls to come to the backstage or take back to the room or whatever. But there were so many nights where it was just like, do I really want to pursue this girl and bring her back and like just to have sex, or do I want to sleep?
Do I want to sleep?
And most of the time, I'd say like 95% of the time, I just wanted like 2 hours of sleep sounded like heaven.
Better,
to me.
yeah.
And you get those 2 hours in and then back on the plane.
Yeah, I mean that's a tough life on the road, bro.
People don't understand. You're going to see all these beautiful countries. Like, no, I'm dying.
I'm there for.
I'm dying in these countries.
I can see the country when I'm flying in.
Yeah,
and then I'm leaving. I can see the country when I'm flying out.
There were some countries I made it a point to like just deal with the pain. Like south of France, Corsica. I think Jay brought up Corsica.
Yeah.
Nice, Mandalay Bay. I think. What's it called? Saint-Tropez. Like those, I got out and walked around. And
did a little tour for yourself.
Yeah. Incredible.
Take some pictures.
It was so nice out there.
I mean, we'll have to compare notes after this, but I still hold the record for best nature photographer in the history of the world.
Okay.
So we'll see what see what you got.
No, all those pictures are gone. You got it.
Okay, perfect.
I'm sure you got it.
Perfect. I can still hold the title.
Yeah.
How would you define your DJ sets? Now, as opposed to previous?
A mix of everything. I think the advantage I have is being in LA and going out and see those DJs because it's all hip hop out there.
Yeah.
There are some pockets of up tempo and stuff like that, but it's all hip hop, and those guys are breaking the hip hop songs before anybody else.
Right.
Like probably outside of New York and Atlanta. So I take notes from them. I see what they're using, how they're using it, and I learn a lot from those guys. And up-tempo has never been an issue for me in-house, so I put it all together. So when I come out as that token West Coast DJ to Boston, like I'm hoping you're hearing something that you're not hearing from the other guys they bring in.
Right.
Because I want to dig a little deeper, still keep it top 40 and fun, but dig a little deeper and play some stuff you haven't heard yet.
Yeah.
And maybe some guys notice that, and that keeps me coming back. But the element of surprise, like a combination of everything, being on the mic, dropping songs, blending songs. Like to me, like there's always this talk of East Coast, West Coast DJs, East Coast DJs just dropping on the one, West Coast have 8-bar intros.
Yeah.
And I think the best thing you can do is do it all, and not everything sounds good dropped on the one. Not everything needs to be blended.
Right.
8-bar intros. So a combination of everything is like what I try to cover.
Well, your DJ sets are a blast.
Thank you.
Every time you perform here, I have fun.
Yeah.
Sometimes I partake a little too much, but it is what it is.
That's happens.
Such is life.
You know what you signed up for.
I know what I signed up for. So we're at the part of the show where we bring in our boy Hurley.
Hey.
Hello, Hurley. Say hello to the people. It's called the Susan segment. We're gonna throw some would you rather, some random questions out there.
Okay.
And you don't know any of these.
I don't.
You're welcome. Down. You're welcome. Hurley, you alive over there, bud?
Yeah.
Did you get? Nobody can see this, but Hurley's also wearing tie-dye. I am also wearing tie-dye.
Nice. I love that.
Sorry, I didn't get the memo.
If I mean, I didn't tell him. If that's
no,
not,
you guys just have that kind of chemistry.
We just have that chemistry.
You wake up, you look in the closet, you're like, you know what? This is it.
I now wake up every morning and go, yeah, what is Hurley gonna wear today, and how do I match him? All right, you ready?
Yeah.
All right, first one, fuck, marry, kill, burger, pizza, nachos.
I'm fucking pizza.
Okay.
Killing nachos.
Okay.
I guess the last would be burger.
Yeah, you're gonna marry burger. I guess you can do a lot of things with burgers and pizza. You can't really do too much with nachos, so I think I'm gonna kill nachos. I'm with you. I think I'm with you on this one.
Yeah. Hold on. I think I do want to marry pizza, and we can fuck a burger every now and then.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my answer.
Burger side piece.
Yeah,
burger side piece. That's the first time anybody's ever been like, you know what, I want a burger as a side piece.
I agree. Because nachos, it's like you get that situation where it's like not every chip has the equal amount of cheese on it.
Yeah. That's true in most regards, but if you do go to Guy Fieri's at the Garden,
Okay.
shameless plug, trash can nachos are unbelievable. They like layer the chips, then they cover it with a bunch of stuff, then they layer more chips, and they cover a bunch of stuff, and it comes in a little can.
I think if you're having nacho, like you could probably marry that kind of nacho, but ultimately when you think nachos, you think, oh my God, I got to have nachos. It sounds like the best idea in the world. And sometimes you just get trash nachos.
You get some trash nachos.
You just get some hot cheese and some basic chips. And
They give you like 9-day-old pico de gallo, and you're like, what are you doing?
No. Always sounds like a fun idea, but never usually is.
We should make burgers. Burger is my side piece. T-shirts.
Yes.
Burger is my side piece. All right, next one is if the ice cream truck pulls up, what are you getting?
Ooh, I think I'm gonna go with some form of an ice cream sandwich.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like the cookie on the outside.
Cookie on the outside, yeah.
Okay, I respect that.
I used to always get the Choco Tacos.
Choco Tacos are a slapper.
Yeah, that's a good call.
Choco Tacos. The only problem with Choco Tacos is if it's hot out and you're not eating it fast enough, that Choco Taco's hitting the deck. That thing is on the floor.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been craving recently those strawberry shortcake bars.
Oh my God, yeah. Okay.
Those strawberry shortcake bars.
I'm on the fence with ice cream sandwiches.
You can change your answer, but this is your show. You can change your answer if you want.
I'm going strawberry shortcake.
Yeah, I've been craving
with a hamburger side piece.
Your meal is sick. Your rider is gonna change tomorrow.
My wife's gonna want to go to every show now.
Yeah, she's gonna be like, "You're getting burgers and strawberry shortcake bars, bro."
Yeah, she's here.
What you're sticking with the Choco Taco? You're gonna see. I just got in a Hurley.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm just trying to think of what I would usually get when the ice cream truck came through my neighborhood. Either that or like one of the drumsticks.
Ooh, those are good
too.
Those things, like the cone is like full of like chocolate, right?
Yeah, like the end
at the bottom.
Yeah,
that's a vibe. Those are vibe. Do you eat those from the bottom? Do you just like start at the bottom?
No, absolutely not. What am I, a psychopath?
You gotta be crazy, but it's not wrong. But
yeah. Is there a proper way to eat ice cream?
Like I've been told that we've been eating bananas wrong. You're supposed to peel it from the bottom and hold the top as like.
That's what I heard.
Like I heard that's what monkeys do.
That's how you don't get any strings that way.
So you knew this and you didn't want to share the information?
This whole time?
I mean,
you've been holding out
the
on
amount
this?
of times we usually talk about bananas, you'd think it would come up in conversation.
or you snap it and just like pop it out.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's how Tom Brady does it.
Tom Brady.
That's how I learned.
Tom Brady probably eats the whole
then it's
entire
definitely
banana
right.
skin.
Yeah.
Tom Brady.
It's part of his diet.
He probably figured out a way that like there's some vitamins in the banana skin.
Values.
My man just throwing banana skins into a fucking NutriBlender.
Well, I'm gonna do that.
I mean,
if he's doing it, I'm doing it.
Yeah, I mean, he's drinking avocado tequila. Like what? Was
oh my God.
He's drinking. He after the Stanley Cup and Tampa Bay won again.
Yeah.
He was just like, "Hey boys, be careful. That tequila will catch up to you." He tweeted that. I was like, I love Tom Brady. I love this new Tom Brady.
Hold on, does it upset you guys that Tampa Bay is the sports capital of the country now?
Oh wow!
They lost in the World Series.
It was doors.
You guys were the best.
Doors that way. Get out.
They take your guy and your ranking.
Oh, I know they do. It's I'm happy for Tom Brady. I'm happy for Tom Brady.
That's it.
That's all I got. It was sad, but to see Tom Brady be as open and like wild as he is now, as opposed to being like under the Belichick rule where
conservative
everything was just like, you threw 7,000 touchdown passes today. He's like, yeah, I'm just here to do my job. I'm just here to do my job. Right. You're like, okay, thanks, man. No personality.
And now he's doing trophies across the water.
Now he's just chucking things around and drinking tequila and getting hammered.
He turned into Gronk.
He literally turned into Gronk.
Legitimately he had to get out of New England and turn into Gronk.
But then he brought Gronk with him, and now it's like now they have two Gronks essentially.
Yeah, they do.
Just pure pandemonium down there in Tampa Bay. I'm happy for him. I'm happy for him.
You gotta be.
You have to be.
He did right by you guys.
Oh, absolutely. And anybody that I think they come to Gillette this year.
Sick.
Which, I mean, if one person in that stadium boos, I will find you.
They'll be thrown out.
Liam Neeson, I will get Liam Neeson to fly in. We will find you.
Yeah.
And you will be taken.
Just have him on standby.
Yeah. I got Liam Neeson on speed dial. If you had to give an alien a tour, what would you show them first?
Okay, I gotta think about this one. I would probably show him or it. I don't know if it's him.
Yeah, what are they?
I would probably show it Vegas and say this is where people come to leave their worries behind,
to die.
to die, and this is just because I'm in entertainment. This is what makes people happy.
Yeah,
Lights,
that's cool.
Gambling, clubbing, like.
You think they have the cheat codes to gambling?
Absolutely. Yeah. They can just look and be like, "Oh man, you're doing it wrong."
Hey man,
to hit seven.
Yeah, hit the 7 here. Hit 7.
Yeah, I think they might think we are ridiculous for spending thousands of dollars on a $30 bottle, but
Hey.
that's fine.
That's fine. They'll figure
Humans
it out.
do that too. Humans judge like that.
Yeah,
too.
Yeah. Alien judging everywhere. They just like, whoa, God,
What do you think you are?
Like, look at that, sir. Are you 33 wearing skinny jeans? It's like, yes, Mr. Alien. Yes, I am actually. Thank you for noticing. Yeah, that's it. I like that one. Go to Vegas.
Yeah.
Just immediately give an alien sensory overload.
This is what makes Americans happy.
just like, hey, so this is New York, but it's actually not New York. It's completely.
So get this.
This,
Paris,
so just
Italy.
understand this. This is the Eiffel Tower, but
Can you imagine how offended aliens will be about Roswell?
oh my
They'd
God.
be like, dude, what is this shit?
Yeah, they'd be like, what, you guys made a theme park?
People come to see this.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing out here in this state. And
Yeah.
then you put this crap here.
Yeah, legit. Aliens would be so pissed off.
Yeah.
I don't even know what I'd show them. I'd probably have to show them Roswell. I'd have to be like, look what you guys started.
At the McDonald's in Roswell, there's like alien heads. It's just alien themed.
Yeah.
I think aliens will be offended.
They'd probably
They
get
saw
pissed
that.
off. What's gonna happen is they're gonna show up and they're gonna be handsome.
Yeah.
And like beautiful.
You think we look like this?
Yeah.
Are you not looking at me?
You see this green head? You think I have an oblong green shaped head? What am I, Hey Arnold?
You think I'm a fly with those eyes?
Yeah, like, get out of here. This is like, they're all just like Giselle Bundchen. It's like every single one of them is Tom Brady and Giselle Bundchen.
Yeah.
Well, in that case, there's 3 aliens in the studio right now.
Yeah,
Hello.
we're beautiful and handsome. What's up? I would probably take them to the zoo. I just gave this some because what kind of animals do they have?
Yeah. Yeah. If
Right?
they have animals.
If they have animals.
Well, we would assume humans are their animals, right?
Wow, that's fucked up.
Well, I'm a human.
maybe.
I can say that.
Yeah, that's true. No, who knows? That's crazy.
Yeah.
Imagine like an alien meeting like an orca, like a killer whale. They're being like,
yeah.
look at that thing. That's a killer whale. They'd be like, oh shit. Aliens and animals.
But I think they can kill their, like if they had our animals, they can kill their animals. Like we can't, it's hard for us. It takes a lot for us to kill our animals.
Yeah.
Our animals can kill us. I don't think our animals can kill them
You're probably right.
because I think they're just almighty and powerful.
You're probably right again. I think
A lot
you're
of
right.
thoughts going into this.
I think you've got aliens down. That's why we're boys.
I nailed it.
That's why we're boys. Now we just have to go to the Roswell McDonald's and really just dive in. Just have a full episode from like a little what is it called? Like a booth.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, for
Just
sure.
a couple double cheeseburgers and some alien talk.
Alien talk. Yeah.
Hurley, where are you taking aliens?
Oh, you both had really good answers. I don't know. I'm not as creative as you two right now.
You're wearing a tie-dye shirt. You're creative.
You're an influencer.
I wanted to say
Influencers in the
like
wild.
the coolest place. It's gonna sound boring. The coolest place I've ever seen is like Grand Canyon area. Just like I love the desert for some reason,
Yeah.
but I feel like bringing aliens there, they'd be like bored as hell.
They'd be like,
They're like,
"Wow,
"Oh,
you
this
showed us a
is-
river."
Yeah, this is mine.
You drive out for this?
Yeah.
Just to echo? Just to hear your echo?
So I don't know. I mean, I guess just like any of the famous landmarks in the world would be cool.
What's that geyser? What's the geyser in Yellowstone?
Oh, yeah. The
Old Faithful.
Yeah.
It was like, hey, you want to see something cool? Wait 7 minutes. Wait 7 minutes. It's like,
They're going to say, you want to see something cool? Come check out these pyramids.
yeah. You want to see how these were built, motherfucker?
You think that's cool?
You think that's cool? And last but not least, name something on your bucket list.
Ooh. Off the top,
You've probably accomplished a lot of. Wow, I can't even speak. I can't say the word accomplished. That's good. You've probably accomplished a lot of really cool things over your travels, and just in general.
off the top, kind of, I think it's a generic answer, but I might think of something better as we go. Probably skydiving. The only thing about skydiving is I'm afraid my joints are gonna hate me when I land.
Yeah, probably.
The whole jumping part doesn't I'm not really scared of that.
You're
It's
not
just
scared to
the
jump out of a plane?
No, I would like to feel that free spirit
God.
feeling.
You're an animal.
But landing concerns me.
Yeah, they hit hard
I played
sometimes.
sports all my life, and these joints aren't getting any easier to deal with.
Yeah, you popped your elbow out a little while ago. Right before the show, you gave yourself a little and the elbow
my pitching arm.
The elbow did a little.
Yeah, and this one had been dislocated, and it's had surgery, so it's...
So you want to skydive but land on a pillow, like a sea of pillows.
Absolutely.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah.
Skydiving scares the absolute shit out of me. Just to... And this is the phrase. The phrase is always, "Why would you jump out of a perfectly good airplane?" It's like,
right.
I mean that, but also, what happens if the guy that's strapped to your back is having a bad day?
No one's thought of that. I've never heard that come up in conversation.
I don't trust myself to jump because you can jump by yourself. They just tether you to like the plane, and then when you get to a certain altitude, the thing pops itself, I believe.
Oh, interesting.
Or like it happens like
so you're
immediately.
just hanging from the plane.
Or there's something.
What?
No, there's.
Oh, the plane pulls it, then it releases it.
Yeah. So like when you jump out, you're like tethered onto the plane, and then when you jump out of the plane, like it releases that. What's it? It's like the safety one that you don't free fall like a million miles an hour.
So you don't have to pull your own chute.
Yeah, so you don't have to pull your own chute.
But you are released from the plane. You're just dangling off the
Shut up, Hurley. You know what I mean. Okay,
I genuinely
you look
did
like
not
Tom
understand.
Cruise in Mission Impossible, just dangling on the side of a plane.
Yeah. I don't know about that.
Yeah, I just don't. I don't know that I have the balls to just look out from that door and be like, you know what? Let's fall to earth.
Right.
I'd rather skydive than bungee jump, I think.
Nah, I feel like I trust the bungee more than no, I don't.
I've seen too
Yeah.
many videos of the bungee, and I know they're not all like that, but
Yeah, bungee jump videos are weird. they're weird. They just they're like
that
they're
yank
bouncing
or whatever. I don't know.
Well, also you get that sensation of falling, like however many times you do it.
Yeah, but then
At
you
least
also-
with
That's true.
skydiving. it's
But
just
then
a
you also
one
get
time.
whiplash at the end.
That's what I'm saying. Like that
Like-
yank and that snap.
There's a guy, I don't know his name, but he does like the Red Bull stuff, and he skydives without a parachute, and he falls into a net in Vegas. That's his thing. That's like his shtick.
That's some good math.
Like, yeah, like Jesus, the amount of engineering.
calculations.
Yeah, hey, his name's Luke Atkins,
Okay.
and he literally, that's his thing.
God.
No thanks.
All right.
Not only am I not doing it at all.
I hope they're paying you enough.
Yeah, like what is Red Bull paying you? They're like, you want to do it? He's like, yeah, fuck it, I'll do it for free. Like, I'm a tax accountant, man. I make enough money over here.
Right.
Like, I'll just jump out this plane for free. What do you got for bucket list stuff there? Young Hurley?
Have you guys seen the movie The Secret Life of Walter Mitty?
No.
No, I know what it is.
It's basically this like National Geographic journalist who just like backpacks
with
through.
Ben,
Ben Stiller.
I have seen that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I kind of want to do something like that.
Catch
Maybe
a
dope.
snow leopard and just was that a snow leopard that the guy saw? He saw
Now I
something,
don't know.
and he saw something at the end and didn't take a picture because he just wanted
That's
to be
right.
in the
That's
moment
right.
of the beauty.
Yep.
But that picture would have made him millions of dollars.
Yeah.
But he decided not to take it.
I mean, I'd probably take the picture if I was in a shoe.
I
Smart
mean-
man. Smart man.
When I'm in nature, I take pictures. That's the only thing
Yeah.
I do in nature. So
As well documented.
yeah, well, that's well documented. Hurley, you've traveled a ton, right? Bali.
Yeah. Well, so I studied abroad in Australia. So I was in Australia, then took a vacation from
Imagine.
Australia to Bali.
Imagine. I took a vacation from Australia. Like what?
That's cool.
Yeah.
It's like being in America, right? Australia. 'Cause everyone
yeah.
talks English.
It's pretty similar. Yeah.
Yeah. It's weird. Like I know I'm not in America, but everyone's talking English. So
It's very
Yeah.
similar to LA, which I like because it's like
Sydney.
you're close to the that's where I went. You're like close to the beach. You're just like a nice
every-
half-hour bus ride to the beach.
and everything's expensive like LA.
Yes.
Yeah, that's like important. Like I have a friend that lives in New Zealand, and it's like, oh, want a bag of salt and vinegar chips? Here they're 99 cents at the 7-Eleven. There they're like $13.
Oh my god.
Like I don't need the salt and vinegar chips that bad.
No.
I'm good. I want a great white shark dive.
Ooh.
Not openly. I want to be in a cage,
Yeah.
strapped to the boat. But I want to be face to face with a great white.
That's gnarly.
That's sick, right? I just feel like I can control that situation a little bit better than a guy on my back.
You can control the shark better than
Yeah, well, I can control like me getting out.
I trust being in these steel bars.
Yeah, I trust the steel bars over some guy that probably has been on a bender for 6 days on my back that just jumps out of planes for a living.
God,
But yeah, sharks. I'm infatuated with the ocean a little bit
that's sick.
because it's scary.
Yeah.
It's scary. Nobody knows what's in it, and then we have a great
Yeah.
white shark. Like, and then you have whales that are bigger than everything else in the world, but they're nice.
Yeah, I get it.
Everything in the ocean can kill you,
Yeah.
but I love it there.
Yep.
I love it there. Catch me swimming in my Speedo. No, I was kidding. That's going to conclude the show, man. Thanks for being here.
Man, thank you for having me.
Shout out all your stuff. Plug yourself. Plug all your stuff, my dude.
Yeah, at DJ Dainjazone, DJ DAINJA Zone. I'm sure the spelling is on this. Yeah, all my socials are that. My new single Mood is on Barnatone Records. We have a video up on YouTube, and I think Sam, the videographer from last night, is doing a recap with the single as well.
Sweet. We'll add that into the.
Yeah,
Let's do it.
please. And that's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
Thanks for being here, my man.
Thank you.
I had a blast. Until next time, everybody, like, subscribe, ring the bell, do the thing, follow us all, and, slide Hurley's DMs. That's fun.
Please.
Peace.